Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, the 30th day of January 2025, Thursday of the third week of the year, the third week in Ordinary Time. And today here at the Franciscan School, as we stand in the courtyard, and the sun is right in my face, it is the 25th anniversary of the official opening of the Franciscan School back in the year 2000. So our 25th anniversary, especially today, and the sun is really in my eyes, 25th anniversary, especially today, again, as we celebrate these 25 years that the Franciscan School has been in existence, continuing to offer a Franciscan lens onto elementary school education. And so here in the courtyard, we've just completed morning prayer, and now I don't have the sun in my eyes anymore. Again, and the statue of, there we go, the statue of Francis and the Wolf of Gubbio that marks the centerpiece of the courtyard here. So 25 years, congratulations to the Franciscan School for continuing its work begun by Father Dan Kenna, or inspired by Father Dan Kenna, to be a school that brings from the very beginning of education and learning in a person's life, the Franciscan understanding of what it means to embark on that journey of the mind and the heart into the mind and the heart of God. So our readings for today on this Thursday of the third week of the year, Hebrews continues. And again, so after laying out this whole plan that the author of the letter does of who Jesus is and how Jesus basically helps us, again, to approach God in a way that has never been possible before, again, without fear, without hesitation, without wanting to just seek mercy and pardon or trying to make God like us through various means and things like that. Now that we know that God is there with open arms to receive us, now it is a matter of how do we act because of that realization. Again, the whole idea about acting out of love and letting love be something, again, that marks the understanding of this community and in this new relationship, with God, and to let other people see and experience that kind of love that is shared between these first Christians, these first believers, and then even with others, who may not yet believe. There's an interesting part within this letter, though, in which the writer says, don't stay away from the assembly. It's like, come together, be together so that you continue to be educated within this. And that's kind of an interesting kind of a point. It's again, as the letter says, it's the custom of some not to attend the assembly, but show up. And again, you are not showing up under obligation to make God happy. Again, this was the whole idea of temple sacrifice. Again, you had to keep doing this because if you didn't do it, God would be offended, and then there would be, whatever to pay or whatever it is. This is an assembly to teach and to learn and to continue to grow in what it means to love, which is really what the Eucharistic liturgy, what Mass is supposed to be about. It is not our pound of flesh 1 week, before a God who God doesn't get this. Somehow God is not God, or God is highly offended. There is nothing that we could ever do, in our celebrations here on earth that could ever match the heavenly choir. So stop trying to do that. It's just absurd. But you go to the assembly, you go to the Eucharistic liturgy, you go to Mass, basically to learn, again, what it means to continue to live in love, continue to live as love, continue to live expressing love and giving love and sharing love, with as many and and all people who can come into your orbit, who can come into your life. That's what we're called to learn, because it's the place where God teaches, is the place where we learn the more about ourselves and about this God who loves us. In Mark's Gospel today, where were we? Oh, geez. I think I just forgot about Mark's Gospel. It's not unclean spirit. It was unclean spirit before. Oh, yes. Okay. So this is where, so in Mark's Gospel, again, we continue with other parables. Again, we just had the sower and the seed. And now Jesus kind of continues on that about, being a light that shines and not being placed under a bushel, or being, again, a salt that flavors and doesn't get thrown out because, because it's useless and it has no more taste. That's what we're called to be, again, as believers in the world. We're called to flavor the world, and make it enjoyable, make the world, happy, make the world a good place to be in, because it is filled with God. And if we recognize that and our light shines within that, then the world becomes a better place. Again, it's this interesting parable where Jesus basically lays it upon us, to do a lot of the work at demonstrating the fact that God's reign is here, is now. It's available to us. We are asked to embrace it, to walk into it. That, that is our mission always, and that is our goal, that is our project. And yet we sometimes forget about that. And so we become the least flavorful people. We become dour and sad in our faith. We become joyless in our faith because, again, we are burdened down by thinking that we constantly have to please God when that is an impossible task. God loves, and that's all that matters. And out of that love comes us. And we are asked to then share that love, again, with as many as we can meet and has come into our lives. A blessed day, St. Francis and people of God. A happy 25th anniversary day of opening for here at the Franciscan School. May the Lord, as always, give you his peace.